CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Eggland's Best. I'm Peter King in Orlando. The trial of 3 white men accused of killing the black man running through their neighborhood in Brunswick, Georgia, is now in the hands of the jury. CBS News correspondent Jim Krasula.
Glynn County, Georgia Superior Court Judge Timothy Walmsley gave lengthy jury instructions.
Your assessment of a trial witness's credibility may be affected by comparing or contrasting that testimony to statements or testimony of that same witness before the trial started.
Prosecutor Linda Dunikowski gave rebuttal closing arguments.
Did Ahmaud Arbery commit any offense in the presence of any of these defendants? The answer to that is no.
3 white men are accused of chasing down and fatally shooting Ahmaud Arbery, an unarmed 25-year-old black man in coastal Brunswick, Georgia.
A trip to the gas pump is pretty painful these days.
$73.99.
President Biden hopes that the release of 50 million gallons of fuel from the strategic reserves will help bring those prices down. GasBuddy.com analyst Patrick DeHaan is skeptical.
The market does appear to be underwhelmed by this release. Oil prices up $2 a barrel, and the long-term ramifications are more concerning, with OPEC mulling cutting into oil production or limiting future oil production increases.
The man accused of deliberately plowing his SUV into parade-goers Sunday is due for his first court appearance late this afternoon in Waukesha, Wisconsin. 5 people were killed, 40 people hurt. CBS News correspondent David Begnaud spoke with a man whose 11-year-old niece is one of the injured.
Brian Conkey, who is an Iraq War veteran, says he grabbed his kids and he took off running to where his niece and her mother, his sister, would have been.
There were bodies everywhere. People were screaming, looking for their loved ones. I had seen Jesslyn laying there. I seen the EMT pull up. I was like, there's not much I can do here. I could tell there was a lot of damage.
He says she suffered a broken pelvis, internal bleeding, and she's lost a kidney. Children's Wisconsin Hospital now has more than a dozen people in the ICU. Dr. Michael Meyer says it's really been devastating.
Just a big ball of raw emotions as you walk through the unit.
This one is right out of too many science fiction movies to name here. A missile pushing an asteroid away to prevent a collision with the Earth that could destroy all of us. But science fiction becomes science fact, starting with a launch tonight to see if NASA could really do it. The so-called DART missile will be launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. It'll take about 10 months for it to reach its asteroid target. And again, this is not a real emergency, only a test. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 30. The NASDAQ has lost 179. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.